Benji. Hello, welcome back to my channel. We're doing another reading vlog. I'm going to actually be restarting a series that I did last year. I'm gonna kind of re-up this challenge to myself to read for my physical TBR. So since it kind of fizzled out when I first initiated that challenge because of my slump and everything, I really do want to re-challenge myself with this video series to get through my stacks on my physical TBR because I want to feel accomplished. I want to buy more books, you know, all that fun stuff. So this is going to be episode 1 for this new year, this reset. The TBR has definitely dwindled since the last time I gave myself this challenge because I did unhaul a ton of books when I moved. So I have just over like 100 books on my physical TBR. Just went and counted really quickly. It's like 107 or something like that, which is not bad. And I feel like it's very doable to get through pretty quickly, especially with this series. For episode 1, I have 3 books that I'm gonna read. First is Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel, which I'm actually already over 50% through. Whatever. I have already started this one, so I am gonna finish this one very, very soon. And then I'm gonna move on to Eat Your Heart Out by Kelly DeVos. I'm really, really looking forward to this book. I have had it on my shelves. I say shelves, but I don't even have shelves anymore because I just have all my books on stacks. In stacks? On my floor. So, yeah, but I'm really, really excited about this one. As you can see, it's a zombie story. It's supposed to be YA. It's about this group of people who go away to like a fat camp in Flagstaff, Arizona. There's like this big old blizzard, but then also the zombie apocalypse. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be really kind of fun and entertaining, and I do love zombie stories. And then the third book for this vlog is going to be We Were Never Here by Andrea Bartz. This is a thriller about people on a backpacking trip that has deadly consequences. So yeah, we're gonna hopefully get to this one too, unless I change my mind, but I don't know, I feel like I'm excited to read this one. So this is the TBR for the video. Cool. Okay. Good. Funny thing is, actually, I didn't really know too much about Station 11 before getting into it. If you guys don't know, it is also a post-apocalyptic story. It's an adult sci-fi. The writing is a little bit less fun, in my opinion. I like to read for fun. I like to read for pleasure, as I'm sure a lot of you guys do as well. Unfortunately, this one is feeling a little bit like required reading in school. I can't say I'm loving it right now. I hope it gets better. I hope it gets a little bit more interesting. So I'm on, yeah, chapter 30. I will say, like, the writing... Hold on. I have notes, actually. Let me pull those up so that I don't forget anything. Okay. I don't know what's going on 90% of the time. That's my first note for this book. Really don't understand it. It's like hard to follow the writing because it's like obviously good from an academic standpoint. To me personally, could just be me. If any of you have read this, if you've also felt that way, because like it's not bad by any means. It's just that it's not my favorite type of book to read. I don't know. I'm just kind of bored with it, and I want there to be a little bit more plot, like a little bit more of a fun plot. It's very character driven, so it's post-apocalyptic but not zombies, unlike this one, which I don't know, like I just wish there was a zombie apocalypse. It's basically like a pandemic, kind of similar to real life about 3 years ago, but not as extreme. This Georgia flu hits the world and spreads like wildfire, and all these people are dying, and so it shows the world before the collapse, and then it also shows after, when you're following a group called the Traveling Symphony. And I don't know, man, I don't understand it right now. But there has been parts just recently in one of the last chapters I read. There was actually a really good section that I just like underlined the whole thing of because I really liked what they were saying, like the point of it. Basically about like how some people just aren't truly living their lives. They're just like going day to day. They compared it to sleepwalking. So a lot of people are just like sleepwalking through life, waiting for the next thing that will bring them happiness. Basically saying like life's a hamster wheel. Sometimes it feels that way. But I just like the way that it was written, or I like the way it was talked about. I can't appreciate this book. Like, I can't appreciate the point of what they're trying to get at so far. I mean, I'm not even finished, and I'm already telling you how I feel about it, but I'm gonna finish it and then I'll give you my final thoughts. But I wasn't planning to update you in the intro because that's not usually how it goes. Since I'm already over halfway through, I figured I'd give you my thoughts thus far, and then I'll come back and we'll continue talking about this one, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes.
What can I do for you?
Can I get a grande iced caramel macchiato and then a venti pink drink, please?
Venti pink drink.
Thank you.
Oh. Here's that macchiato and the pink drink.
Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Okay, so first of all, let's talk for a second. Really quickly, I finished Station 11. I didn't really get this book, so I didn't love it. I feel like I gave most of my thoughts on this in the intro, so I don't really have much else to say about this book. It was just kind of like a whatever thing to me. I'm giving it a what? I'm giving it a 3 stars, like a generous 3 stars. I feel like that's fair for this book because I do think that it can objectively be great, but it's not for everyone. It's not for me. It was just not like, it's just not my type of book. I would have loved for it to have been more like actiony, so because it wasn't, personally don't like that. So now I have started a little bit of Eat Your Heart Out. I'm gonna hopefully read like the majority of this today. It should go really quickly, like it should be an easy read because it's YA and the text is somewhat big. So I feel like I could fly through this today. So that's the plan. We're gonna get into this one, but now we've got Starbucks. I'm gonna go home, take this one home to Riley. They put so much caramel in that. But yeah, that's the update.
Just like the sunrise, you know that we gonna let it rain tonight. We gonna let it rain tonight. We gonna let it just like the sunrise. We gonna let it
84 pages through this, and I can already tell it's gonna be super ridiculous, definitely very satirical, and I'm not trying to take any of this seriously. I'm just about 50% of the way through now, and I've got my NAU sweatshirt on because that's one of the main reasons I picked up this book, is because it takes place in Flagstaff, Arizona, Northern Arizona University, and I went there for like a hot second. When they're talking about the setting, I can very much like visualize it, so that's always nice. We're 50% of the way through, and like, yeah, a lot's happened, but also doesn't feel like that much has happened because like the setup was really quick, jumping into the action was somewhat quick. I don't know, like this is just a quick book, so I guess that's also a positive. One of the negative things I will say right now is that there's a lot of characters. I think like too many characters to follow, and you're literally reading from every single one of their POVs every other page. I really love the cover. Like the cover's stunning. It's the main reason I picked it up. The main premise is that it's these rich people are trying to get more rich on curing obesity. We'll see where it goes. I'm about to head to work, so don't mind the work shirt. I finished Eat Your Heart Out. Like, it's fine, you know? It was okay. Like, it was a ride for sure. It was entertaining, to say the least. But as I said before, there are a lot of characters in here, so it doesn't have time to really get you connected to one. I feel like the story was split up too much between each person when I feel like it should have focused really on the main character. The supposed main character, or so I thought who the main character was, her name is, yeah, Vivian. Like, even in the synopsis, like her name is the first, like in bold, like it's supposed to be about Vivian Ellen Shaw, and it did not feel like she was the main character at all. It was mostly revolved around this pregnant girl. One of the friends, or one of the teens at this camp, it's like all about how she's pregnant during the zombie apocalypse. And that, I feel like, was kind of a cop out too. Like, of course it's a pregnant lady, is all I'm saying. I just thought that was a little bit lame. It's about all these kids, and they all have secrets, and they all think that it's their own fault for whatever reason. They all have like some sort of connection where they think that the zombie apocalypse is their fault. But like, what? I don't know. I just had obviously some issues with it. I did feel like it was somewhat cheesy and cringe at times. It's very actiony in like the second half, and I will admit it's kind of fun to see like all of the characters kind of bond and work together and all this kind of stuff. It was very actiony, and I didn't love the writing for the action scenes specifically. It was kind of confusing, and I was lost when I really feel like I shouldn't have been. Like, it felt like it should have been straightforward, but it was kind of really hard to track with the writing. But it's not scary, it's not gory. A little bit maybe, but not really. And then like after a while too, like the story just kind of felt tired. It just felt like it was getting old. So it was a little too ridiculous and corny for me, but like, what else do you expect? Those are all my thoughts there. I still think the cover is a 10 out of 10. I love the cover so much. Like the inside, the actual story was just a little funky. I don't know. It was just like I feel like it's such a weird book. Those are my thoughts on this one. So, final rating, I guess I should say too. I'm just giving it 3 stars. I feel like that's middle of the road. Not much else to say about it, which is interesting because now it's on the same rating scale as Station 11, but 2 totally different books. 2 totally different 3-star feels. Hopefully this next book is better. I don't want to give 3 stars in this video. This is the next one, We Were Never Here. Only thing I know about this one is that it's from the top little section here in the synopsis. A backpacking trip has deadly consequences. And that's like all I need to know. I've heard a few people talk about this. I don't know really that much. I feel like it could be another just kind of average book, but we'll see how it goes for me. I downloaded it on my phone. I got it on Libby too, so I could read it just like on my phone whenever, so I don't have to lug this whole thing around all day, so like at work and stuff. So yeah, I'll come back with the update on this one. Yes, good boy. I am about 50% through this, and I'm so happy. I'm actually really enjoying this much more than the other 2 by this point. I don't know what it is, but I just know that this is the type of book I like to read. I really love going into my thrillers not knowing anything, so that was part of it. It's really not even like about a backpacking trip. It's like the main blurb headline, but like that's not really what it's about. What it is about is these 2 women are best friends, and they always go away on vacations together, like exotic vacations. One time they go to Cambodia. They are just having a grand old time together, you know, they're besties, they want to go out. They both work corporate jobs, so they want to have like a fun vacation together. So what happens in Cambodia, the 2 women, okay, so there's Emily. You're following Emily. She's like the main character. And then her best friend is Kristen. In Cambodia, Emily hooks up with this guy. He starts like attacking her, and stuff goes down with this guy named Sebastian. And she, in self-defense, kills him. Kills this man who was trying to have his way with her, just trying to protect herself. I think I might have missed this part, but I think Kristen like comes in and kind of saves her as he's attacking her. They both like collectively kill him, and then they obviously need to cover up the murder. They don't want to tell anyone about it, even though they feel they're in the right in the situation because it was self-defense. They like throw his body off the cliff or something into this body of water, so they cover that whole thing up. Anyway, then a few years later, they're in Chile, and a very similar event happens to Kristen. So Kristen is attacked by this stranger she meets in a foreign country. I don't know why they haven't learned their lesson, but the almost same exact thing happens. She's attacked. In self-defense, she and Emily kill him. So there's another body that they have to cover up, another murder they have to cover up, another body they have to get rid of. So this time they do what they do to get rid of the body. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm not going to tell you everything that happened. So now Emily's like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're going through. Like, are you okay? And then Emily starts to feel really weird vibes from Kristen after this traumatic event. Also, something to note is that Kristen and Emily don't live near each other. Okay, so Kristen is in Australia for work and Emily is in the States somewhere. After their vacation, they part ways, right? Trying to move on from their second murder together, hoping that they don't get caught, you know? And then Emily is like having a really hard time with it, obviously. She doesn't feel that Kristen is having a hard time like she should be, you know? She's acting a little bit strange. So Emily's really worried and concerned for Kristen because she's like, the same thing literally happened to me. Like, what the heck? We also killed the man. Like, are you okay? Let's talk about this. But obviously they don't want to talk about it like over the phone. They don't want to like leave a paper trail of anything, all this kind of stuff, digital trail. So now a bunch of stuff is happening, but that's like the gist. I'm not going to tell you much more than that because I don't want to ruin it. But like, I love the descriptive words, like the similes that the author is using. I think I really enjoy that. I know some people don't. Like, I was reading some of the reviews and people were saying that that's one of the things that bothered them was how descriptive the writing was and how things were repetitive. It's definitely repetitive. It's basically just Emily, at this point, Emily freaking out about how Kristen's not freaking out about what just happened. I don't know. I'm like into it. I'm really excited to see where it goes. I'm like ready for a plot twist. All of that, both of those murders and everything happens in the beginning, obviously. And so then it's like aftermath of those events. So something else I feel like is gonna happen. Something crazy is gonna happen soon and I'm ready for it. So like, yeah, I had no idea that that's what this book was about. A backpacking trip has deadly consequences was basically about Sebastian, and then the second guy they murdered, Paolo, they were backpackers. I don't know. Anyway, I hope I made this sound interesting to those who haven't read it, because, or also maybe not, maybe I don't want to make it sound super interesting, because like it's just like, it's like my type of book, okay? Like, if you guys know anything that is similar to this in a thriller, or you know, if you guys could help me, because I feel like I'm still trying to work my tastes. Like, I'm trying to knead the dough on like what I like, you know? If you have any insight on the similarities to this and like other books that I like. I know that I like the writing, like the descriptive similes and just like the fun usage of words, like comparing dead bodies to like brownie mix or something. Because there was a moment where, actually it wasn't brownie mix, but it wasn't the, you know, it wasn't those two things specifically put together, but it's like that idea, you know what I mean? It gives you such a visual, and I'm a visual learner. So when books can do that for me, chef's kiss. I'm loving it. I'm so glad I'm loving it. We're gonna keep reading. We're gonna keep trekking along, and I'll let you know how it goes. But so far, this is my favorite book. Of course, it's the one I saved for last, but hopefully you're still around watching this video so you're able to see how excited I am about this one, because I wasn't really excited about the other ones. I look like Boo from Monsters Inc. The giant pink tea. We love it. Anyway, okay. I think I'm gonna go get some coffee, even though it's like 3 p.m. I really want to get some Dutch Bros. So we're gonna do that because I have to finish this book today. I'm getting on a plane tomorrow and I don't want to take it with me, and I want to have this video done today so I can also edit and upload before I leave tomorrow. So that's the plan. We're gonna go get some coffee and it's gonna help me get through this. Okay? Okay. I'm ready to read. My little guard dog. I finished the book. Benji's so proud of me. This is definitely my favorite one of the 3 that I read for this video, so it's very exciting. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars, maybe 4.25. It was really quite good. It had me on my toes. It was very suspenseful, just how I like it. I would be interested to read another book by this author because I loved her writing. Like the descriptive parts, like I mentioned earlier, like loved it. Ate that up. It was a really fun story. I was super interested like the whole way through. I read it in like 2 days. I didn't want to put it down. And that's like everything I need and more. So we love that. I'm just like a thriller girly. We know this already. So I don't know why I keep trying to read other things right now, because I know that I just love thrillers, and especially right now, trying to get back into the groove of reading, thrillers are the way to go for me. Just like classic adult thrillers. So that's what this was. And it was just very entertaining, very interesting, and I would recommend it. And let me know what you think of it, because like I'd be interested to hear other people's review on this. So that's cool. We're ending this on a high note here. I have to now go edit this vlog, get it up for you guys to watch in the morning. Finish packing, and then I'm gonna be on vacation. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's anything specific you guys want to see from me, because I'm loving making reading vlogs again, and I'm loving just reading in general again. We're having a grand old time over here. I will let you guys go now. Have a great rest of your day or night, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.